Palazzo Senatorio. Rebecca A4. A set of the Cornish Sean took from Subject 16 converges on this landmark. Maybe you should check it out. Built during the 13th and 14th century as a senatorial seat for administration of justice in Rome, the palazzo is the dominating structure of the Campi Doglio. Doglio. I think it's Doglio. Doglio. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Doglio. Tourists today would see an impressive double-flighted staircase in front, which was designed by Michelangelo, not only intended to induce fear in the is it climacophobic? Climacophobic. These stairs were a part of the commission Michelangelo received to redo several of the buildings in the Campi Doglio at the behest of Pope Paul III for the sole purpose of impressing Charles V, then ruler of the Holy Roman Empire. Basically, the Renaissance political equivalent of a toddler doing headstands for his daddy. Of course. Palazzo del Conservatori. Palazzo del Conservatori. One of the structures that comprises the Campi Doglio, this palazzo served as the seat of Roman magistrate responsible for administering the city, or as the Pope liked to call them, his party planning committee. By the end of the 15th century, they had very little actual power. The Pope ran the city from the Vatican. In the mid-16th century, Michelangelo got his talented little hands on the building, redesigning the facade and adding gigantic Corinthian pilaster strips on the high pedestals to make it a little less ostentatious. I'm not certain he succeeded. Alright, hopefully that's the last database in this area. There's a lot of history here. Let's go ahead and continue this mission and get the sequence done.
Did you liberate your money from our friend?
I did.
A small victory.
They add up, and in time with work we'll have a few dozen more.
And in time, Cesare's gaze will return to us, and we'll be broken again. Now, where is my contact, Vinicio? He should have already intercepted the letter. Follow me.
Who's got mail? Rendezvous with Machiavelli's contact and retrieve the letter he carries. Full synchronization, catch the Borgia courier in under 1 minute. Yeah, once we get through... Ooh, the Tempio di Vespasiano. Man, there's a lot of history in this city. Tempio di Vespasiano. Vespasiano. Standing at the western end of the Roman Forum between the Temple of Concordia and the Temple of Saturn, the Tempio was built to honor the Flavian dynasty, comprised of emperors Vespasian, sorry, I cannot talk, I cannot say these names, Titus and Domitian. Is it Domitian or Domitian? I'll say Domitian. As a part of the See, I'm messing up on these other words, and now I'm messing up on regular words. Deification process. Construction was ordered by Titus shortly after his father's Vespasian's death in 79. Legend tells us Vespasian's last words were pity. I think I'm turning into a god. Which, incidentally, will also be my last words. Of course it would be, Sean.
Yeah.
Arco di Settimio Severo. Arco di Settimio Severo. Standing at the foot of the Campi Doglio in the Roman Forum, the Arco di Settimio Severo is the triumphal arch commemorating the Parthian victories of Emperor Septimus Severus. After Septimus dies, his son Caracalla and Geta shared rule as joint emperors. However, in 212, Caracalla had Geta assassinated and subsequently destroyed all records of Geta's existence, including Geta's image and his inscriptions on the arch. I guess a healthy sibling rivalry wasn't so healthy for Geta. You bet. Holy crap. Arco di Tito. Taito. Tito. Taito. Arco di Taito. Built by Emperor Domitian in 82 CE to honor his dead brother Titus, the Arco di Taito commemorates Titus's victory in the sack of Jerusalem. This arch became the inspiration for many arches to be erected thereafter, most notably the Arco di Trionfo in Paris as well as Constantine's Arch.
Look at these facades masquerading as government. The Pope is very clever to keep this place in business. It fools your friend, the people, quite easily.
When did you become so cynical?
I merely describe the reality of Roma today. But all may not be lost. The good news is that we have allies in the city.
The Colosseo. I want to read this. The Colosseo, or Begay Forest, set of the coordinates Sean took from Subject 16 converges on this landmark. Maybe you should check it out. We'll check it out later. Construction from 72 to 80 CE under Emperor Titus. The Colosseo held up to 50,000 spectators and is considered one of the greatest architectural achievements in Roman history. The majority of the shows, by the gladiatorial, dramatic, or otherwise, were privately funded by rich families to demonstrate their opulence, creating spectacles that were universally adored by the people of Rome. Unfortunately, a massive earthquake in 1349 caused large-scale irreparable damage, and the Colosseo was left to ruin. In the mid-16th century, Pope Sixtus V wished to make use of the remaining shell and resolved to convert the structure into a giant wool factory to provide employment for Rome's prostitutes. Sadly, the Pope died before his brilliant idea could become a reality. That actually is not a bad idea, I guess. Provide some jobs to prostitutes.
However, I cannot say.
Arco di Constantino. We're going to read this first. Arco di Constantino. It's widely accepted that Emperor Constantine had an insatiable thirst for gloating, so when he defeated Emperor Maxentius and took the throne in 1312, no one was surprised when he built this arch to commemorate his victory. Most of the artwork on the arch was plundered from the existing monuments and modified to alter its meaning. Some historians contend that the artisans of the 4th century simply didn't have the talent to create such ornate pieces, and only completed the arch by recycling old masterworks from ruins around the city. A preposterous claim, as the Romans never copied anything. See what I did there? Sarcasm.
He was attempting to steal official Vatican mail.
Perdonatemi, signore. You must be mistaken.
Who are you working for, ladro?
I am working for no one.
Then no one will care what we do to you.
Grazie.
Where is it?
The courier still has the letter.
Ezio, stop him! Find me at the Terme.
Who's got mail? Encoded Romulus letter. Let's read it. Ah, it's a bunch of numbers. Hence the word encoded. Duh. Get out of here. You get back here. I want to... Ah, you can't get money from him. That sucks. Let's check something out. Ooh, we got emails, so it actually gives us a reason to leave the Animus. So let's actually go ahead and do that.
Welcome back, Desmond.
Alright, well, we'll do this every time that we see we got new emails. And that usually is referring to, this over here. As you can see, we can actually, like we have our own account among us four. In the assassin team, so to speak. Let's check our thing. We have our own password. I think we'll get access to other people's in the future. It's kind of like in the first game when, we could like sniff through like what's his name's the doctor the doctor guy's email and Lucy's email. It's kind of the same thing, but it's just among us. Let's check what we got. From Lucy Stillman to Desmond Miles. Weekly schedule, Monday, anima session, everyone. Supply run, Rebecca, clean up, Lucy. Day wash, Sean to relieve it, Lucy at 3 p.m. Tuesday, anima session, everyone. Clean up, Sean. Day watch, Lucy to relieve, Rebecca at 3 p.m. Wednesday, anima session, everyone. Clean up, Rebecca. Day watch, Rebecca to relieve, Sean at 3 p.m. Thursday, anima session, everyone. Clean up, Lucy. Day watch, Sean to relieve, Lucy at 3 p.m. Friday, anima session, everyone. Clean up, Sean. Team breakfast is prepared by Royal Chef Sean Hastings. Day watch, Lucy to relieve, Rebecca at 3 p.m. Saturday, anima session, everyone. Team meeting. Day watch, Rebecca to relieve, Sean at 3 p.m. Sunday, anima session, everyone. If Desmond is up to it, day watch, Sean to relieve Lucy at 3 p.m. Thanks, Lucy. So it sounds like a job. Like we all get a work schedule. Too bad we can't experience that team breakfast. That sounds awesome. It looks like we don't got anything else, so let's see if we can get in their accounts. No. 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 Got denied. Alright. As you see over here, this little shelf thing, it's where we're going to actually go out into Monte Joni and find like collectibles from like the past game, like just items that can count as collectibles in the modern world. And there's only 5 of them. And we're going to go ahead and get what we can right now. I think we can get all of them if we wanted to. We'll go ahead and do that while we're out. But first we're going to talk to everyone on the team.
Everything all right?
I don't like being stuck underground with them out there looking for us.
You're doing a great job. We're safe here.
But for how long? Vidic won't give up. I know it.
Neither will we. Why do we have to stay down here all day?
Abstergo's still looking for us. It'd be better if we never went out at all, but then we'd run out of supplies.
It's like being in a cave during a rainstorm.
Yeah, well, knowing the Templars, monsoon season's about to arrive.
You still managing the teams out in the field?
No phone line. Rebecca's working on patching us into the network.
So how's it feel letting the lady do all the work?
She's no lady.
Hey!
Straight savage. Aw, she's no lady.
I'm kind of busy here.
Okay, we can't talk to her again.
You ever use the animus?
Your ancestors have such interesting lives. I went in once. It was pretty lame.
Yeah, what were you? Some kind of spinster, probably.
Worse, a Prussian mercenary. I spent hours firing guns. Boring!
Yeah, guns are for sissies.
What? Prussian mercenary spent hours firing guns. Boring. What?
You think we're safe here?
I'm more concerned with the other assassins out there. If Abstergo stumbles onto information about the temples, we could have a disaster on our hands.
The only people alive who've heard of the temples are here in this room.
For now, and who knows, maybe they're listening to this conversation and you just gave everything away.
You brought them up first.
You are paranoid, Desmond.
Ah. Well played.
We have work to do.
Alright, she can't talk.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
You know I love talking about this stuff, Desmond, but we have work to do now.
Alright, let's go ahead and go outside.
Make sure you're back before dawn. There's an earpiece and a watch.
These?
Yes, take them with you.
Alright, we have 10 minutes to just explore Monte Joni in the modern day. And we're going to use that time to find some of the I think there's only 5 collectibles there are here. And I think one of them is actually right here. Collected 1 out of 5 artifacts, Claudia's record book. So there's just stuff from Monterey in the second game. And there's only 5, like it said. I think 1's up here. Ooh, there it is. Collected 2 out of 5 artifacts, Maria's feather chest. Can't remember what the other items were. Oh, what's this? World Preservation Site. Built in 1290, the Villa Auditorio is one of the Tuscan countryside's most beloved landmarks, a key force in the protection of Monterey for hundreds of years, and a source of great architectural innovation. The villa was destroyed during Pope Alexander VI's military campaign in 1500. Help us preserve our history, and entering the ruins or removing objects from the site is prohibited. Oh, yeah, don't do that, guys. That's bad. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay, let's see. I think there's one in this church over here. Yeah, there is, right here. Collected 3 out of 5 artifacts, Medici Cape. Trying to remember where the other ones are. Oh, there's one over here. Collected 4 out of 5 artifacts. Ezio's belt. Okay, now where's the 5th one? This I don't remember. Let's see. Eagle Vision should help us be able to find it. Wait, I remember where it is now. It's a sword. I think it's Mario's sword. And it's by a tree. Yep, here it is. Collected 5 out of 5 artifacts, Mario's sword. Well, we found all the artifacts in one sweep. And that's pretty much all we can really do out here. So we're gonna go ahead and go back and just continue with the game. I'm gonna go ahead and double check all these dialogues, and then we're gonna go ahead and just jump back in the game. Or the Animus.
We'll talk later. Now get in there and find the apple. We're counting on you.
Gotta stay with the code.
My work requires attention, Desmond.
Let's check this. Yeah, these are all the artifacts that we found. There's the book and the feather chest, the sword, the cape, and then right behind Desmond is his belt. Alright. Yep, there's a better look at it. Alright, let's go back inside, though. The Animus, that is.
You're all set to go.
Alright, we are back in the Animus. Now let's do this. Alright, where are we going? Where's our next destination? Over there. Okay. This game will really start to pick up when we start, like, exploring and buying, renovating, and just taking down Borgia Towers. That's when this game really picks up. The Esquilino. The southernmost of the 7 hills of Rome, Esquilino was another fashionable residential district in the demonstration of humility and graciousness. Nero confiscated property here to build his opulent golden house, which was, to put it mildly, excessive. Golden house? You bet that's fucking excessive. Termi di Triennial. Terme di Triennial. As many of the Trajan's projects, it's believed this massive leisure and bathhouse was designed by Apollodorus. The structure was built on top of a section of Nero's ruined Golden Palace and was poetically intended for use by the commoners. In 537, the siege of the Goths destroyed most of the Roman aqueducts, and the Termi di Traiano were substantially abandoned due to the loss of their water supply. Another public works project gone terribly wrong, but I'm sure throwing a few Christians to the lions in the Colosseo made up for it. That's terrible. But I guess kind of funny. I'll go ahead and mount this horse and make my way there. I think we're about to do a mission that's supposed to, like, show us, like, what are the hidden layers, I should say. And I think they're called Romulus layers. So if that's the case, then you might see a cut here while I try to figure... Ooh, Aqua Marcia. Let's read about this thing. Aqua Marcia. This impressive system was the longest of the 11th Roman aqueducts, running a staggering 91 miles, built between 144 and 140 BCE. The aqueduct was named for its creator, Praetor Quintus Marcius Rex. It was maintained and even expanded for the better part of 200 years, but typical of any free public service, by Nero's reign so many people siphoned water out of it for personal use, the flow was barely a trickle by the time it arrived in the city. As I was saying, but for hidden layers, there's like hidden chests and like hidden flags that count towards like the hidden flag collectible in this game. So like you'll probably see cuts between each time I enter a layer, just because I'm finding out what where they are hidden in the layer itself, and I want to do that beforehand and not have you guys wait on me searching that shit up and all that kind of crap, because I don't remember every specific detail. And I think for this layer specifically, we're gonna have to replay the memory, because like it's a time limited memory, and it's like really hard to get both the time limit synchronization and the hidden collectibles. I mean, the first time I play it, I'll do the hidden collectibles, and the second time I play it, I'll do the synchronization, just for that reason. But yeah, I don't think it's this mission, but it's the next one. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Or at least see what this... Yeah, I remember this mission now. This mission's actually a little bit difficult, but it shouldn't be that too hard. Crepe il lupo. Deliver the letter to Machiavelli near the Terme di Traiano. So full synchronization, don't lose any health. And maybe, thank God there isn't any full synchronization for say words correctly, because then I would never get that shit. But let's go ahead and do this mission. Followers of Romulus. Followers of Romulus. There isn't much about the followers of Romulus in the history books, but from what I found, they were a pagan cult operating in the several abandoned locations underneath Rome. The cult worshipped the mythical founder of the city of Rome, Romulus, who was supposedly raised by wolves. The followers believed that Romulus was part wolf and part man, which explains their retro wardrobe and bad table manners.
Where did these murderers come from?
Search for the lairs of the followers of Romulus. Crepe y Lupo. I'm gonna loot these guys first. But yeah, the next mission is a lair of one of the guys that's actually embedded into this sequence. So what we're gonna do is when I start heading towards that entrance, you'll probably see a cut because I'm gonna be not really like a really strict cut. It's probably just like a little fade, just to when after I figure out where all these hidden stuff is in the mission. I mean, we'll have to redo the mission anyway. Like, I know that for a fact. Well, not for a fact, but I just kind of know that. That's kind of like what we're going to have to do, because I remember this one specifically being like a time, like the full synchronization optional objective was, it was like get this done in like 8 minutes. And it was hard to do that and get like all the like collectibles in it, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out what the collectibles are, get it in this run, and then after this mission we'll go ahead, or like some later, after, like maybe after the sequence, I do not know for sure, but after that we'll go ahead and do like a run to get the full synchronization. But it's actually this direction, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out where all the hidden stuff is.
They must have come from in here.
Alright, I am back, and if you didn't notice that slight fade, cut slash thing, or whatever I did to edit me at this different time, I went and found out where all the hidden collectibles are. I did some research, and if you didn't notice that change, it's because I just started right where I left off last time before I left to go find the information out. But we are here at this layer of Romulus that's kind of embedded in this memory sequence, but we're going to go ahead and get this in this memory started slash layer, like Romulus layer. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Now, we might be able to get the full synchronization and the hidden collectibles all in one. I would hope so, but I doubt it, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm always willing to do a replay of the mission to get it, though. Holy crap, I just realized that there might be armor for me to buy. I should have bought it. Darn it. I want armor. I'll just buy it after this mission. The Halls of Nero. Locate the Shrine to Romulus. Full synchronization, complete the memory within 8 minutes. Alright. So we're going to have to go ahead and haul our ass if we're going to get that. I read somewhere that it's possible. Like, it's possible. But it's just difficult. So you're going to see me just haul my ass. Nero's Golden Palace. I'm going to go ahead and read that. I don't know if this counts in time. Nero's Golden Palace. Perhaps the best example of early Roman imperial machismo, Nero had this gaudy monstrosity built over the Great Fire of Rome. Thought to have been as big as 300 acres, this gilded and bejeweled palace contained vineyards, pastures with flocks, groves, and a man-made lake to top it off. Nero commissioned a 35-meter-tall bronze statue of himself to be placed just outside the main entrance, reassuring any doubters to who exactly owned the building. The palace was known as a party villa considering there were over 300 rooms, none of which were sleeping quarters. This list of ridiculous extravagancies goes on forever, one standout being a mechanism powered by slaves that rotated the dome ceiling of the grand dining hall as the heavens while raining rose petals onto Nero's guests below. Well, this guy really knew how to live. Hopefully that didn't count into the time. It probably did, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not like we can restart it or not.